Did you watch any of the Grammys at all?
I watched exactly 0% of the Grammys,
Same.
though I did see some pictures and some revealing photos in one sense. But yes, I did checked in on it a little bit.
I watched no Grammys. I just watched some of the clips and the responses on X. And within about 2 minutes, I think the world knew that Kanye, now known as Ye, and his wife, Bianca Censori, showed up there and she was naked. So we have blurred this because we do have kids who watch the show, but she dropped that fur coat and you see full vag, big fake boobs, and her naked bottom. And she's, I guess, wearing a, quote, mesh dress, which is totally invisible. You cannot see that at all. It doesn't even appear. I mean, the best was she kept trying to pull it down, like the dress, like, sweetheart, we've seen your vag. There's no reason to pull it down. If you had any hopes of modesty, they ended when you chose that outfit. And Stu, I have to just say, there are a couple of thoughts on this. First of all, it's so crass. It's so classless. I mean, any of us, you, me, Canadian Debbie, Steve Krakauer, my EP, if any of us just took all of our clothes and showed up at the Grammys wearing a mesh dress, we would get tons of attention. It's because you've crossed another new societal low. It's not because, ooh, we all want to see you naked. There's no question she has a beautiful body. She's a beautiful woman. We knew that from all the other nude pictures. But to show up at the red carpet like this, at a festive event, totally naked, is just another blow to our already craven society. Something kids sometimes watch, right? If you're not smart, you don't let your kids watch the Grammys. But I'm just saying, what she wanted them to see was her naked body. That's what she wants people to know about her. I find it disgusting. I'm not like angry because I don't let my kids watch these things anymore, but I'll just put it to you this way. My kids, I was telling them about it in the car because I thought they might hear about it at school. And of course, my 15-year-old Googled it and it wouldn't even pull up on his phone, right? Because we've got like screeners on there because it's pornographic, but it's shoved in our face at every turn, especially by these two.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely embarrassing. I do have the same dress, and it was my alternative choice for this interview. I'm glad I didn't wear it. But I it is just like, it's the devaluing of it, right? Like, it's just like, if this is all you are, then what are you, right? And it is a sort of kind of revolting sort of statement about America. And Kanye West has spent, I don't know, he's been all over the board, but at one point he was singing religious songs. So I don't know what's happening with that. And I was also concerned about the cushions on the chairs inside the venue. Because if you're not wearing clothing, I just don't think that's sanitary. It just seems like I don't want to have cocktails next to somebody dressed like that. I feel like, just spray everything down after if you're in the Grammys. Especially if you've been sleeping with Kanye, who slept with Kim. God only knows what you're getting. No, not suggesting anybody has a disease. Just saying, you don't want that trail coming your way. They didn't actually make it into the venue. There were reports they were kicked out because they weren't invited, but then there was a report clarifying from, I think, Entertainment Weekly saying, no, they were invited. He'd been nominated for something. They just didn't go in. They came, they posed, they walked out because obviously they were just there for the photo op. Can I just remind you, this was Kanye on with Tucker shortly before they booted Tucker off of Fox News, trying to play all like, oh, I'm a man of God now. I object to the objectification of women. I think it's, let's start with, I don't know, Start 7. Yeah, Start 7.
Kim is a Christian, but she has people who want her to go to Interview Magazine and put her ass out while she's a 40-something-year-old multi-billionaire with 4 black children. And this is how fashion wants to, how they want to present her. And I had a lot of issues with the imagery of Skims. I felt like there's a lot of imagery that was overly sexualized and things that I wouldn't want to see my wife and definitely not my daughters doing in the future in order to sell product.
I've seen Skims promotions, many of them. I've never seen Kim Kardashian's full vag on display. Even she hasn't gone that far. I've actually never seen her full boobs in promotion of Skims. I've seen them many times elsewhere on the internet. Thanks to you, Kanye, who participated in that one shoot, I'm told, where she had the champagne coming out of that, whatever. He definitely tweeted it out and wrote all day long. And then he added this to Tucker for good measure. Side 8.
The girl showing her body off, showing this, showing that. And I didn't realize that was affecting like my soul and my spirit as someone that's married and loved and the father of like now with about to be 4 kids. Of course, it's like a formal underwear. It's hot. It's like, it's hot for who though?
So like the night before the Met, you're going to come in here and say that you're not into a corset bun. Give me really bad anxiety. What are you talking about?
Why is that giving you anxiety to say that?
Because you knew last night I was having really bad anxiety and I don't need any more negative energy for you to now say that you're not into me wearing a tight dress.
You are my wife and it affects me when pictures are too sexy.
And you built me up to be this like sexy person and confidence and all this stuff.
What a difference a divorce makes? Help me, Stu.
I think maybe as a conservative and someone who can appreciate some of the things Donald Trump does as president, we saw Kanye West put on a red hat for like 2 weeks, and we lost track of the point that he's just completely insane. He was insane when he was saying George Bush doesn't like black people. He was insane when he went to the Donald Trump side. He might have made a point or two that you liked, but he was insane. He was insane when he ran for president against Donald Trump. He was insane when he started hanging out with Nick Fuentes and becoming an anti-Semite. And he's insane now. That is the really simple summary, I think, of everything with Kanye West. None of this makes any sense because he is insane. He's a crazy person. And like,
this is not a clinical diagnosis. This is an opinion about the way in which he has been behaving, which is totally fair. I would like to state for the record that I did not buy into this, and I did not.
Me neither.
I did not put him on the air or try to milk that for ratings like Chris Cuomo did. You could see he wasn't. There's something off, and I have no wish to exploit it. But I feel like this wife. I used to think she was exploited. I now think she's totally in on it. She's in on it. Like, she just wants to be a star. I have zero use for these two. Okay. Alicia Keys accepts the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award and uses it. Miss Alicia Keys of the, I swear I wasn't coincidentally wearing the Palestinian colors like hours after 10/7. No, I wasn't. I swear. This is how she spent her acceptance speech.
This is not the time to shut down the diversity of voices. We've seen on this stage talented, hardworking people from different backgrounds with different points of view, and it changes the game. DEI is not a threat, it's a gift. And the more voices, the more powerful the sound. When destructive forces try to burn us down, we rise from the ashes like a phoenix.
Okay. Destructive forces try to burn us down. I mean, obviously, I believe that was yet another reference to Israel. By the way, it was the Hamas who did the burning of actual people and babies. Alicia, you might want to actually do a little research before you go out there and wag your tongue because you don't know what the F you're talking about. Anyway, your thoughts.
I mean, it's fascinating. She says diverse voices or different voices from different backgrounds are important. Well, sure. I mean, we don't want the same person singing all the songs. We don't want everyone to, you do get a different perspective. That's got nothing to do with skin color. No one's saying that we shouldn't have different people from different backgrounds. It's this maniacal focus on immutable characteristics that are the problem. And especially when you're promoting people who are less qualified, who knows what went on exactly, of course, with the air crashes and stuff. But we do know that stuff is a serious problem inside the FAA and in an uncountable amount of government agencies that are doing important things that are supposed to help Americans. If you're focused on that, you're not focused on finding the best person. You're not focused on finding the best singer. You're not focused on finding the best lyricist. You're focusing on, genitals or skin color or whose genitals you like the best or whatever, whatever intersectional value we're supposed to be caring about this week. When you're caring about that, you're not caring about merit. I thought that was great. Pete Hegseth said that in his term. I know Marco Rubio's spoken about it. All these appointees from Trump are talking about it. Pick the best person. Don't care about those things. And that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm. You had Shakira, she pulled a Selena Gomez, like, the immigrants. You had Lady Gaga make it all about trans people are not invisible. These people are very annoying, and you really should pause before you think about giving them your money. We continue to face uncertainty when it comes to the economy, with a perfect storm brewing as Social Security and Medicare hit a breaking point, as the largest generation is, of course, hitting retirement. A smaller workforce means a smaller tax base. You pair that with our growing national debt and rising cost of living, and we could have a big problem. So what are you doing right now to protect your family for the future? Gold can be a safe haven in hard economic times, and Birch Gold makes it easy to diversify a portion of your savings into physical gold. Birch Gold will help you transition an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and it does not cost you 1 cent out of pocket. Protect your future today. Text MK to the number 989898 and get your free info kit on gold and a copy of The Ultimate Guide for Gold in the Trump Era with a foreword by Donald Trump Jr. There's no obligation, just information. Birch Gold has earned the trust of countless Americans looking to safeguard their savings and diversify them. Text my initials, MK, to the number 989898 to learn more today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.